Welcome to Voice of African Women. Today we'll be talking about culture and traditions. And Masawa did some research. She came up with a definition of culture and tradition, which it's gonna help us understand better our cultures and tradition, and from there we'll know what to practice and what to live out.
Okay. Here and there we hear a lot of people, African people say in our culture, in our traditions. But how much of traditions do we know? Or how much of culture and do we know? How much of these things should we practice? How much do we understand these things? First, we'll have to define both words.
Okay.
They are a little bit similar, but they have their differences in somehow. Traditions actually are long established customs that one has been passed from one generation to another. And a culture is a group of people that share the same belief, and or they share, they identify to a certain place or a certain time of their life. And also culture, they also define it as it can be a social behavior of a particular group or a particular country. According to my own little study, I understand that most traditions were set according to how a society was affected. You know, long-time people had their own problem, and they had to come with this tradition to try to control the society and try to move as a people in a society.
Okay, because they lack laws and rules.
Exactly.
Like what we have
exactly.
now.
So according to how the society was affected, then that's how they set the traditions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So why are we, according to you, why you think we're still practicing those? Because nowadays we have governments and they have rules that everybody goes by.
Yes.
So according to you, why do you think we still practicing it?
I think society have changed tremendously. Things have changed dramatically. What people used to do then is not what people are doing today. And according to me, I think a lot of people still practice traditions because this is the way they identify themselves. It's a kind of looking for identity. Because this is what their ancestors used to do and people where they come from used to do. So they feel like they are part of it. Doing these traditions makes them feel identified with a particular culture or a particular people. It's more emotional. You know, it's emotional. This is where you feel like you are that person because you're practicing the same thing as these people practice.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
So, yeah, according to your search again, should we practice? You know, how much?
How much should we practice of tradition? I don't know. It depends with people. This one is just an individual thing. I think more people are more into tradition and culture than others. Up to me, it's a. Do not forget that behind these traditions, they have a tremendous amount of meaning. They had meaning. So find out what these meanings are and practice what makes sense to you. You know, because we are not affected, as I said, we are not affected as they were affected. If you feel like you have to do it to respect your ancestors, to respect your people, then practice what makes sense to you. I'll practice what makes sense to me. And whatever I think doesn't make sense to me according to how I'm affected now in life, I wouldn't practice.
Yeah, for example, in my culture,
yes,
like my grandma, my great-grandma, they used not to eat chicken because it was against the culture, you know.
Okay.
But probably that's why, because they like chicken, they didn't have as much as now, you know.
Okay.
But now we have chicken. Hey, we can eat it.
Women are eating chicken.
But you need to understand why
it happened, why it was established like that. Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you for watching us. I hope you enjoy Masawa's research. Until next time, goodbye Africa, goodbye world.